woman.
It's full size of
The three of us, that are working in harmony, concerns about the isolation of you two have been.
You know what? I got a really good parking space right back.
Spend the whole week.
Okay.
I'll do this today.
Oh, there you go.
Nobody's sitting in the sofa. I thought about moving up
Are
there.
they partying all at the same place?
I don't know. I wasn't in charge. All right, are we all set?
Yeah.
All right, let's call the August 12th meeting of the Berry County Board of Commissioners to order. You'll please join me for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. Heavenly Father, we thank you for all of the blessings that you have bestowed on us and our community. We thank you for the opportunity to serve you, to serve our constituents. Please bless us, guide us, and all those that work alongside us for the betterment of Berry County. Grant us the wisdom and patience to do what's right, and be with those that are not able to be with us today. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, can we have the roll call, please?
Bassett is absent. Carlton.
Here.
Getty is absent. Smelker.
Here.
Tunison.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Hatfield.
Here.
And Jackson's absent.
All right, we do have a quorum, so we are legally convened and can conduct that. Do we have any reports from state and county officials? Sheriff?
I actually got kind of an exciting report. First time in 10 years, we've got more applications than we have openings. It's been difficult for a long time, and here's one of our new hires here. This is Derek. He'll be doing regular law enforcement for us out there in the field. So if you've got a few minutes, or excuse me, it won't even take that long. About 30 seconds, and I'll swear him in. Okay? This is Derek Elkins. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm you will support the Constitution of the United States of America, the Constitution of the State of Michigan, and that you will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Deputy Sheriff in and for the City of Hastings, County of Berry, and State of Michigan, according to the best of your ability?
I do.
All right, welcome aboard.
Thanks, sir.
There you go, sign in front of that lady right back there. Thank you, guys.
Derek, welcome. Derek comes to us with some law enforcement experience, so it's nice to have somebody come on board that's ready to hit the road. So, Derek, welcome and good wishes. Any other reports from state or county officials? All right, seeing none. Public comment. Anyone that wishes to comment on any of the agenda items, please step forward, give us your name and address, and you have 3 minutes. Seeing none.
Wait a minute.
I forgot to mention, we've got one more. We're just waiting for the background to be finished, and I'll be bringing him on up here too. So, thank you.
Great. All right, approval of the written agenda, including consent items and items for discussion. Okay, the agenda will stand as distributed. Various correspondence. Anyone have any correspondence they want to share? Seeing none, we'll move on to consent items. Commissioner Stalker.
Mr. Chair, I move for the approval of July 29th, 2025 Board of Commissioners special meeting minutes.
Is there support?
Support.
We have a motion and support to approve the July 29th, 2025 Board of Commissioners special meeting minutes. Can we have roll call, please?
Yes. Bassett's absent. Carlton.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Smelker.
Yes.
Tunison.
Yes.
And Hatfield.
Yes. Thank you. It is approved. Presentations, we have none. Public hearings, we have none. So items for consideration. Commissioner Tunison.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item A, approval of prepaid invoice of the amount of $4,526,683.55.
Support.
We have a motion and support to approve the prepaid invoices in the amount of $4,526,683.55. Roll call, please.
Carlton.
Aye.
Campbell.
Yes.
Getty's absent. Smelker.
A.
Tunison.
Yes.
Bassett's absent. Jackson's absent. Hatfield.
Yes. It is approved.
Item B, approval of claims in the amount of $65,555.25.
Support, Campbell.
It's been moved and supported to approve claims in the amount of $65,555.25. Can we have roll call, please?
Campbell.
Yes.
Getty's absent. Smelker.
Aye.
Tunison.
Aye.
Bassett's absent. Carlton.
Aye.
Jackson is absent. Hatfield.
Aye. It is approved.
Item C, approval of commissioner reimbursement mileage in the amount of $666.40.
Support. Been moved and supported to approve Commissioner reimbursements mileage in the amount of $666.40. Roll call, please.
Getty is absent. Smelker.
Aye.
Tunison.
Aye.
Bassett's absent. Carlton.
Aye.
Campbell.
Aye.
Jackson is absent. And Hatfield.
Aye. Motion is approved.
Item D, adoption of resolution 25-20, opposing competitive procurement process for prepaid inpatient health plans.
Support.
And I understand that, Rich, you've got a brief explanation of that for us.
Yeah, I can. I didn't know if Eric was speaking or...
Or Eric, I'm sorry.
Okay. I guess I can start, Eric, and then you can add. So the state has released, the RFP is actually out now, so the state has released an RFP for competitive bid of the PIHP system. So if you recall from maybe times I've been up here before how the behavioral health works in the state of Michigan, you have the state of Michigan, and then we have these regional hubs, right? And so currently there's 10 of these regional hubs. What the state's plan is to reduce that from 10 down to 3. So you'll have the whole Upper Peninsula, and I believe it's part of the lower peninsula, and then kind of the major middle part of the state, and then the metro Detroit area. Those would be the 3 new regions. Concerns for the bid out process here. And I guess I should say my board has already passed a resolution against this. Several CMHs have, and to my knowledge, I think at this point, 26 county commissioners have passed resolutions against this. So the concerns would be that the way the RFP is written, it privatizes the system, and it prioritizes I would say the larger insurance companies over nonprofits like the current PIHP system, right? So concerns with that would be the admin rate that, say, like a larger for-profit or Blue Cross Blue Shield, any of those corporations tend to be about 16%. The PIHP admin cost is 2%. So right away you're taking, it's estimated $500 million out of the system to go to admin costs that normally now would go to care providing to clients. Other concerns would be that, so currently you all have a voice in community mental health. That's the way the system's been set up for, 40, 50 years. There's a local voice, and you play a part in that. You appoint at least one county commissioner. At times there's been two, and they have a voice on that board, and then they report back here. So you have not only just an understanding, but you also speak into, or have the ability to speak into community mental health and what's going on there, how the funds are spent, and things of that nature. That would no longer be the case. That local voice would be removed. My board, as well as this board here, you're subject to the Open Meetings Act. And so the public has an opinion. Public can come and speak. And we've had that occasionally, not a lot, but there are people that come to my board and they give their opinion. A couple of years back, there was a lot of people that came on, spoke about homelessness, and so they felt we weren't doing enough in that area, and so we needed to do more and had some ideas on what we could do. That would go away. They're not, I shouldn't say it would go away. They don't have to follow the Open Meetings Act, so I'm assuming it would go away. It would, the way it's written now, it would be very challenging for current PIHPs to bid on the proposal or the RFP. So it would reinvent the system, but it would put it in the hands of a private entity. So, think like of a larger corporate insurance company that's maybe not even housed here in Michigan, that would be making decisions for people that live here. That's also a main concern. And then lastly, I guess I would say it currently violates the way it's written, the law. The mental health code is law in Michigan, and so the mental health code instructs us as community mental health agencies to provide things such as utilization management. It demands that we also have a provider network and that we manage that provider network. And so those things would be removed and go to this larger entity, private entity. So again, that takes away some of that local control in managing the system, the needs of the individuals locally. So there's a lot of concerns there. I don't know, Eric, if you had other...
Eric?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I think in your packet you have a letter from Max, Executive Director, and I think that lays out really the core issues as counties we have. I think we feel like we're being taken away from the table in a time when more and more mental health issues keep being put on our plate. We've talked about it with jail. That's been a huge growing issue that we've dealt with for the last probably 30 years, since a lot of the mental health services, old institutions, were discontinued at the state level. So, and I know as a county, we tend to be very local control focused. We want the ability to still maintain our voice in how services are provided to our residents. So this concerns me. When I'm a big, if you want to regionalize things, you want a collaboration, that's fine. If we can make things go more efficiently, that's great. But when the one size fits all really concerns me. And I think we tend to do that too often. And if you take $500 million out of a system that's already being pushed for dollars, another issue I have. So I would echo our Executive Director's opinion. This is not something I'm a big fan of. I'm not well versed in mental health. That's what we have Rich for. But just the general policy as a whole, some issues that concern me. So I would encourage you to support the resolution if you're so inclined.
I would just echo what Eric just said, that we as a system support, I would say, appropriate change. We advocate for appropriate change. The system provides help to individuals that need it. I would say it's not perfect, so we understand that there are areas that need to change and need to support, but what's on the table is not the way to do it.
Thank you both. Do we have any questions for either Rich or Eric? Okay, thank you both. So we have a motion and support on the table to adopt Resolution 25-20, opposing competitive procurement process for prepaid inpatient health plans. Can we have roll call, please?
Smelker.
Aye.
Tunison.
Aye.
Bassett's absent. Carlton.
Aye.
Campbell.
Aye.
Getty's absent. Jackson's absent. Hatfield.
Aye. Motion is approved, so thank you all very much. Commissioner Tunison, item E.
Sorry, Mr. Chair. Item E, adoption of resolution number 25-21, zoning amendment to rezone property at 14510 South M37 Highway, Battle Creek, in section 27 of Johnstown Township, from agricultural to a RR rural residential PP number 0809 027 03800.
We have support.
Support.
We have a motion and support to adopt Resolution 25-21, zoning amendment to rezone property at 14510 South M37 Highway in Battle Creek, in section 27 of Johnstown Township, from A, agricultural to RR, rural residential. Jeff?
Good morning, Mr. Chair. Jeff Kiesler, Planning and Zoning. We did approve this special land use at the Planning Commission on July 28th, and so we're just looking for the Board of Commissioners to adopt the resolution to change from agricultural zoning to rural residential zoning.
And the purpose of this is to address a request to build a larger church on the
Correct.
property, which is permitted in RR but not in A.
That's correct.
We had a fair amount of discussion on it because you could look at this as spot zoning, but it really is not, given the character of that particular neighborhood. So, any questions for Jeff?
I guess the only one I have, if I read that correctly, there was no one that was descendant to it?
Correct. Yeah, and actually, I think they mentioned, the applicants mentioned that part of their property butts up against the Spring Creek Solar Farm, so yeah, they're out there kind of by themselves. Yeah.
A nice buffer, additional buffers.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, any other questions? If not, we'll have roll call.
Smelker.
Aye.
Tunison.
Aye.
Bassett is absent. Carlton.
Aye.
Campbell.
Aye.
Getty's absent. Jackson's absent. Hatfield.
Aye. So the motion is approved.
All right,
Thank you very much, Jeff. Unfinished business, we have none. New business, we have none. County Administrator's report. Bear in mind that we're about to set a new record.
I'll be quick. I'll be quick.
Okay.
Budget should be finalized today or tomorrow, so you'll have it this week to review. We have a couple settlements for opioid litigation that'll be presented here in the next month or so. I think you'll have one next week with the Sackler Purdue. So it's just additional opioid dollars that will come to the county over the next several years. If you see Jeff Hall or Rick, give them kudos. They have the property looking great. They painted the wall by the entrance. We've done a lot of tree trimming. unfortunately, on some of the, because we had to cut up one tree pretty good, but it was interfering with the radio signal between the road commission, so they didn't have internet. So that was a small problem. But Jeff and Rick are doing a great job, and I think the property is looking great. That being said, we will be taking down the portico that goes off the back steps down to the parking lot. That entrance isn't used anymore, and that thing's looking really rough, and we tried to clean it, it wouldn't come off, so FYI. Short-term rental ordinance is an issue that was brought up recently. Talked to Jeff about that. They have a model ordinance they'll be presenting to townships. It'll be township's discretion whether or not they approve that or not. So this is just a suggestion, hey, look at this if this is something you want to do. If you don't want to do it, more power to you. So we will be staying out of it besides the education side. So FYI on that. And final thing for me, we are, as some of you are well, we're in the middle of labor negotiations. We've got 2 of them that are coming up to our 3rd meeting in the near future. Command for road will be starting this week, and then the courthouse association is in September. So we still have the corrections command to set up, but I think we want to do an update to the commission at some point in the near future. When we get a little bit more information, but Commissioner Smelker can probably give you information, or I can privately. So just FYI, thank you.
I got one question. You brought up about that short-term rental thing, turn it over to the townships. Who's going to enforce it?
It would be the township's ordinance.
Yeah, but I mean, are they going to call up our zoning official at the county and say, I need you to go serve
I think
papers on this?
I think that's a discussion that can be had with each individual township as they move forward.
Because basically what you're saying, we're trying to stay out of it, right?
Well, I think from the standpoint of we're not going to adopt it countywide, it would be a licensing ordinance. So it's what we call a police power ordinance. So it's on each individual township to adopt and implement themselves. If they want to work with us, that's a discussion that the planning department can have.
And they would just choose to or not to, but just like basically really.
Yeah, just like any ordinance outside of planning and zoning that any township can adopt, there's a blight ordinance, National Property Maintenance Code. Some communities do it, some don't. So, and that like on those, sometimes it's police enforced, depending on the issue. Sometimes it's a township staffer, sometimes it's a contract person. Okay. I think it could be flexible. But I think it gets the tool out that those communities that are concerned about it and they want to enforce on it. Here's your tool. For those who say, hey, we don't care, leave us out of it, you don't have to do a thing.
Well, obviously, some townships are more rural than
Absolutely.
others, and they don't have lakes as well.
Yeah, I don't think Assyria Township is probably going to be knocking down the door saying, hey, I got a lot of short-term rentals.
Right.
But, going over to the west side or
Hope Township.
Yeah, that's a rough township, though. I don't know.
Orangeville.
Yeah, so just that way.
Sounds like a good solution.
Yeah, and I think the model is, it's been tested elsewhere. So once again, they can then reach out to those communities and say, hey, how's it work in your township? And Jeff and his staff can serve as that conduit of information.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chairperson's report, Dave did not leave me anything, so we'll wish him well on his vacation. Vice Chairperson's report, I attended City Council last night, otherwise it's early in the month, so more to come. Commissioner reports for items not on the agenda. Mike?
Well, I've attended several township meetings, also Village of Woodland. Things coming up, Brewfest in Nashville. Very excited to be hosting Brewfest this year, Saturday from noon till 5. They've also broke out an antique show to pair with it. I thought that was an unusual pairing. Drinking and antiques. But we'll see how it goes. And Commission on Aging picnic is tomorrow from 11 to 1 over to Commission on Aging. I know I'll be going there. It's worth it. It's $5. And I'll be talking more in the future. The Woodland Homecoming is coming up for Labor Day weekend, and I'll talk more in another meeting about that.
Okay. Thank you. Commissioner Smucker?
Attended Thornapple and Village of Freeport meetings, and at Thornapple Township, there was a fellow that showed up there that they're putting in for internet grant again. So it's looking good, although they did say it was going slower because of less people in the government, and it's federal funding, so that's all I got.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Campbell?
I did attend last night at the newly beautifully renovated Assyria Township Hall, which the biggest problem I have there now is staying awake in the luxurious chairs that they provided. And I did also attend last week Conservation Easement Board, so that's what I've been up to.
You might want to know that we want to be cautious about what kind of chairs we provide for going forward. Commissioner Judison.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Last night I attended Carlton Township. I was basically caught off guard, I think, like a lot of board members were, that Mercy Ambulance will be leaving Berry County at the end of September. And they reached out to Life Ambulance, which is based out of Grand Rapids area and stuff like that, but they have agreed to take over fulfill their contract, at least not leaving us high and dry. And so I appreciate that fact that Brad shared that with us, and it sounds like they're anxious to come here. So I've got Hastings Charter tonight and Rutland tomorrow. So.
Thank you very much.
Chair, can I ask a question?
You may.
On the ambulance, that takes over for all of the Birch area or just Hastings?
Jack, may I? He sat in on this meeting with Brad and all those guys.
Not Rutland and not Hope Township,
Okay.
and not Irving.
Took over basically for the townships who put in a subsidy.
Okay.
And that's another problem that they're going to face too. It'd be the same thing. They've come to the townships, Mercy did, and came to the townships and needed some financial support. Hastings Charter did, Carlton did. There's certain townships that chose not to. And Rutland chose to go partner with Thornapple, which was another, issue with Mercy, that they basically needed all of them to come together and contribute. I think that is one of the reasons why they did leave. They just felt they weren't getting maybe enough support. Jack probably knows more than I do. They sat in on these meetings, but that's my sentiment, that they didn't have enough financial support. So, but appreciate the fact they reached out to Life, and Life agreed to come and fulfill their contract. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. No questions?
How long does the contract run until?
I think it's up through 26. And then they'll have to start over. But they will be coming back to the townships next year for the same subsidies. They're not just going to come here and not want subsidies. They're going to want subsidies from each township, just like Mercy did. Okay? And the city, at the moment, is doing their own feasibility study on it, and that's going to be a big determining factor too. If they get in, we can't just have 2 or 3 townships kicking in on this. It's going to require more than that. So it's going to require them all to get together and figure out what route they want to go, basically. So.
Okay. Limited public comment. Anyone wishing to make a comment? 3 minutes. Please introduce yourself.
He's a public guy now?
I can be both. Eric's just go 4169 South Shore Drive, Hope Township. Two things. Chief Jordan did mention at the LEPC meeting on Friday that Hastings is now a certified BLS, basically a support ambulance operator. So that certification just came in, so they are able to run within their territory. And that'll just help augment what they're doing elsewhere. Also, if you haven't been out, the airport new terminal is open. It's a nice facility. We had our first meeting out there last month, so stop by when you get the opportunity. Gino will be happy to show you around. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other public comment? Commissioner comments? Commissioner comments?
I just wanted to do an update on the screener that got seriously hurt the other day in a motorcycle accident. Good friend of mine, I mentioned to her I would be mentioning this with her approval. I did see her at Founder's Day the other day. She's in a wheelchair. She's beat up pretty good, but she is very, very happy to be among us still. So she's doing well, and she expects to be back down the road a ways. She's also very active with the Boy Scouts and everything, so that's my connection with her. So she's doing good considering.
Good news. Thank you. Any other comments?
I got just one. I don't know if everybody saw the banner and the reminder, but reach out to the fact that our chairman and Gina Johnson, our rep, is going to bat for us at the state level to get $10 million towards a new jail. I thought it was something we should recognize, that she's fighting for us, and she wants it to be successful, that we could build a new jail. So anyway, that's what I wanted to mention. Thank you.
Thank you for doing so. All right. There's no other business. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Support.
Motion and support. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. We are adjourned. Thank you all very much. Have a great day.